Hello, awesome people. Welcome to VP's Wealth Radio Show. Today is Monday, and we are going to take a lesson from the master. So, let me brief you a little bit about this section. So, I am going to cover lessons from the master who has influenced me directly or indirectly in my life and helping me become a person who I am today. So, either I have taken a direct training from these masters or through the book or through the video program. So what I have learned, the objective of this section, to give you at least 5 lessons from these masters. So our today's master is none other than person named Jim Rohn. Now Jim Rohn has influenced a generation of speakers and the self-help gurus, which includes Tony Robbins and Mark Hugh, who is the founder of Herbalife. And Tony Robbins is somebody who has touched maximum number of people on this planet in terms of a self-help. So let's get started with the first lesson from the Jim Rohn. And what he says is the greatest value in life is not what you get. The greatest value in life is what you become. Wow, what a beautiful sentence. The greatest value of life is not what you get. The greatest value of life is what you become. And then he says, learn to work hard on yourself than you do on your job. If you work hard on your job, you make living. If you work hard on yourself, you will make a fortune. Now, I was exposed to Jim Rohn's material in year 2009. And I am somebody, once I am influenced by somebody, I ensure that I absorb all his material. And I was fascinated by his way of speaking and a way of creating such an original material. And I just went through all his books, all his video programs, everything which was available in this space. And that was year 2009. And after that, I wanted to meet him. But when I went and checked about him, after I got the material, before that only he passed away. And it was sad for me because I wanted to meet him. But then I came across one of his material in which he talked about legacy. And what he says is, if tomorrow somebody who does not know me finds my material and decides to change his life by using that material, that is what is my legacy which I'm leaving behind. And one of such example was me. He was gone. And after that, I got his material, such an original work. I just absorbed and grasped everything out of it. It changed my philosophy of life. It changed everything. I mean, the outlook towards life was very, very different after absorbing this material. Though I was exposed to the self-help material from a very long time, but after studying the Jim Rohn material, everything changed. The whole perspective changed towards the self-help, towards the philosophy of life, towards the discipline. So one thing, what we have to take it from here, if you work harder on your job, you will make a living. If you will work harder on yourself, you will make fortune, right? Don't love your company too much because you don't know when your company will stop loving you, isn't it? So then let's move on to the lesson 2. I think none other than Jim Rohn, he has defined the success and failure so beautifully. You will not find a better definition than this. He says failure is nothing but a few error in judgment repeated every day. Every day you go and, let's say, read some garbage, you hang around with the negative people. Over the period of time, you accumulate nothing but a failure. Single thought added every day, which you think maybe it's a neutral thought, but that is a negative thought. Eating junk every single day, it's an error in judgment. It is going to affect your health, right? So beautifully he defines a failure. a few error in judgment repeated every single day. Not exercising every single day, that's again an error in judgment, isn't it? Now, success, he defines a few simple discipline practice every day. You know, few simple discipline practice every single day. The classic example would be gymming. You know, when you start gymming on a very first day, you don't see the result. But as you progress, as you move on, you know, in 6 to 7 months, that result is visible. Okay. So failure and success, lesson number 2. Let's move on to lesson number 3. You know, so before Ron's material I was influenced by Tony Robbins, who happened to be his student, who probably got this habit from him of reading every single day. So Jim Rohn challenges you to read every single day, at least for 30 minutes. And I have been doing it like from now 15 years. Of course, the mode has changed now. I do more of the audio book than a book, but I ensure that I give at least 30 minutes to 1 hour in instructional learning every single day. And if you have not read any book and if you want to get started, or even if you have read books, I would recommend Think and Grow Rich is something which is like a Bible. Ensure that you keep with yourself all the time and read any part of it every single day, you know. And then he little bit jokes and says, you know, why books are important? Because if you see $1 million home, all the homes have library. Is it a coincidence? No, because what you read, you become. You want to be wealthy, study wealth. You want to be healthy, study health. What you study, you become. That's the lesson number 3. Let's move on to lesson number 4. And this is one exercise which I would want to give it to you. Sit down for 15 minutes. This is again picked up from Jim Rohn, right? Sit down for 15 minutes and ask yourself, what is that which I want to do in next 1 to 10 years? I believe this is one exercise, if we can add as a part of curriculum in every school, you know, it is going to change the generations to come. Goal setting, very, very important. He says, list down the 50 things, and then, you know, they are more like a long range goal. And you put 1, 3, 5, 10. These are the numbers of years which you will take to achieve it, you know. So he says, what do you want to do? What do you want to see? And what do you want to have? So make a to-do list, make a to-see list, and make a to-have list. Okay. So list down those 50 things. Take 15 minutes out. This one single exercise will add a lot of perspective to your life. You know, the problem with this generation is we are not thinking. We are being consumed either by the screens, or we just don't think, we are too much engaged in entertainment. Okay, so that brings me to lesson number 5. He says, learn to help people with their life, not just their job. Touch people with a book. I've done it. I've written a book, Slumdog Investor, which is touching people's life. You know, touch people with a poem, right? I'll do that at the end of the video. And touch people with some word, you know, and let's do something remarkable. Even Steve Jobs says this, that we are here to create a dent on the universe, right? We are here to create a mark on the universe. Let's do something remarkable. You might not know it, and this is all my master told me, that you might not know it. There is a seed of greatness inside you, which is waiting to sprout, which is waiting to show the torch to the world. Probably you don't know it at this point of time. Only thing probably what you have to do is you have to look for the masters who can help you with the rain and the sunshine and the water, so that the seed of greatness, what is inside you, can sprout in you. You know, what I am today is an outcome of going and learning from so many masters. That's why I could become what I am today. Okay. So as Jim said, touch people with the poem, touch people with the word. So I am not a poem writer, but then I read something and something stays in my mind, and I will speak it out in Hindi for you, which is सोच को बदलोगे तो सितारे बदल जाएंगे. सोच को बदलोगे तो सितारे बदल जाएंगे. नजर को बदलोगे तो नजारे बदल जाएंगे. मंजिलों को पाने के लिए कश्तियों का बदलना नहीं है जरूरी. दिशाओं को बदलोगे तो किनारे बदल जाएंगे. So if you are not happy with result in your life, change the direction of the sail, and your destination is going to change. So we learned today 5 lessons from Jim Rohn, and a little bit I could add my perspective. And this is Vijay Prakash signing off. Tomorrow I will come to you again with another video, which video will be on author's ritual. So stay tuned and watch this space for more. Thank you so much. This is Vijay Prakash signing off.